Hi, welcome back to My Life with Plants. I'm Newman, and today we're going to have a look at cacti. So if you love cacti, stay tuned. Alright, first up is this Mammillaria albilinato. And this one flowers every winter. It's been really cold. We've had lots of frost and lots of temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius. And today these had a little bit of a spritz. We don't have anything on these cacti. This one shriveled quite a lot of Wigginsia iranacea. We got a kind of a labivia there. Okay, another one that's in bud now is Parodia Marcii peparia. He says its buds very, very early, and this one had a good spritz. They all did, actually. Nothing on the Parodia Laninghalsii, but it did have a spritz. It's not unusual for that to get quite shriveled and soft. Okay, moving right along, starting to close its blooms of the glandular cactus unicactus, and this one has these very dark brownish flowers that you can see there. There are many more buds on the way. This one here, not sure what it is. It could be a summer bloomer. But we do have flowers on Mammillaria magnamama. So that one is an early spring flowering cacti. So today, tomorrow, the next day will be quite warm. Temperatures about 15 degrees, but we will be having another cold snap coming along. Over here is a nice shriveled Opuntia humifusa. Do we have anything in bud or flower down here? No. There's a Parodia atonus, and this Trichoceras huasha is shriveled quite a lot, which is normal for it in the winter. We've got Echinopsis subdenudata there. This one shriveled a lot. It's a hybrid. See what else we have. Well, we actually have this is still in flower, and it's a Mammillaria kowinskiana or nasiapensis. There's these neat greenish flowers of the mid-stripe and the petal. And this one is still flowering, although it's done a lot of its flowering over the, believe it or not, harshest period of the winter. And we're having those real cold days. We had temperatures that were no more than 10 degrees, a lot of sunshine though, and temperatures that dipped down to -4 degrees. It's been very dry. Not sure of this one here, but I've had this one for a few years now. And it is a winter flowering Mammillaria great. If you want a lot of flowering, easy to care for cacti, then I recommend Mammillarias. Oh, Echinophossula cactus actually has a bud right there. I spy with my little eye. It's nice. Or otherwise called the brain cactus. Next to it is the Mammillaria prolifera, which is a summer bloomer. Nice to see it's still doing fine. Over here This one is some kind of alba lanata, or it could be something else. I'm not sure, but it has a nice display of flowers for this late winter. Well, this one's shriveled up a lot. It's a Libivia arachnocantha, but it'll be fine. What else do we have to show you? Whoa, something nice here. You see the buds on that? Neoporteria nervosa. Wow. It's got a nice bunch of buds coming away there. This one's kept in, it's got this insulation around it. It's mainly to protect it from the harsh sun, which it doesn't like. Ooh. Anything else? This is mainly Echinopsis over here, and a Trichoceros grandiflora, I think. We've got a Mammillaria honeyana right there. There's some Trichoceros hoashes there, and these are all we've got a one right there. That's the one we're pointing to. That's one that I've done a hybridized. Don't know what flowers it'll have yet, but certainly during the winter time they have shriveled up, and they got a spritz today. Up here is a Mammillaria elongata, which had a spritz. So a pretty dry spell there. And up here is the Cumulopuntia etraviridis. Did have a water yesterday. And Cumulopuntia dewinii. It's very, very long central spines and radial spines, which I'm pretty sure would grab onto you if you bumped into it. But they're up on this wall here, where they are just out of the midsummer sun, because I don't like that. And down here we have many, many more large Echinopsis. And these are some biggies, as you can see there. And these ones that are in this trough, they will be planted up in terracotta pots and put in the garden. And I have this space here to display some large plants, kind of like this. Let them get larger and grow. Okay, moving along. Okay, we're going to do a squat down here, but we may not come back. This is another Cactus horstii. This is the orange flowering form. Gymnocalcium berici, which is super cold hardy. I have some Gymnocalcium anisatii. We have a Gymnocalcium baldianum, which, yep, its scarring is the monsoon season, giving it a hard time there. But your tropicals, like the parodias, are not bothered by such humidity. Good example would be this is your tropical Phaerocactus glossicans. This one is tropical. It means that, well, it can take these cold temperatures alright, and not only that, they do like humidity during the summer. This Haematocactus right here is looking good. Another one next to it. This one just keeps on growing. Espostyle lanata seems to grow on nothing. And Cactus McDowellii in the back there. Well, what else do we have? Got a few goodies down here. Canthocalycium spiniflorum violacea. As you can see here, the cold doesn't bother it one bit. Yep. And another stentor cactus here. Some really neat central spines, flattened, long central spines. Not in bud yet. And you got another Notocactus Sunninghelsii there, a couple of Echinopsis subgenudatas. We got Oreoceras. Ow! Ouchie! I got pricked. And in these trays here are my Echinopsis hybrids that I did. They've yet to keep growing. And what kind of flowers will they have? Well, we have to wait and see. We might have bad luck and they might be all just average, normal looking colours, like yellow and stuff like that, and pink, but you never know, might get lucky. This one has been down here on the balcony floor and it has actually kept plump over the winter. So that's kind of unusual. So it's been out of the direct winter sun. So this is the result, out of the direct winter sun. Then you saw those other ones on the shelf that were really shriveled. They were in the sun. And we've got a couple of cacti here that are labeled Sorencia. I have no idea what kind of flowers I have. I just had Sorencia on the label, so they got some growing to do. And when they do flower, I'll be showing those. They like plenty of water too. Okay, up here we've got some nice flowers still open on this mammillaria. That I can't remember the name of. Got some prolifera. Got a flower open on mammillaria gracilis, which likes to flower in winter. Up here we have the one that I got to practice saying, Deutericonia, which is a kind of a semi-desert bromeliad that grows on rocky outcrops. That one is totally cold hardy, no problem. Mind the shriveled tips, it's probably just a little underwatering. We've got a nice Gymnocalycium anisitzi there. We got mammillaria medusae. Got a couple of clumps of lithops, and next to it a nice shriveled up Gymnocalycium horsti, which shriveled up because of the winter. It'll plump back out again, of course. Probably one of my favorite mammies is Camptotrichar. I got the nice big label there, so I can't forget its name. Or otherwise the bird nest mammillaria, which is looking really good over winter. It's gone all nice and compact. There's those whitish spines on the top there. Looks like it was just taken out of the desert, doesn't it? It's got some mammillaria gracilis in there too. And there's this net over it so that the washing doesn't catch on it. It's up on the wall here, growing. Let's get a few more. Those are my Haematocactus seedlings. I had one that actually died there. Look, that's unusual. They like a lot of water. Actually, I can't keep up with the watering during the summer. So they grow somewhat and then they shrivel. But if they were grown commercially, they would have had these bigger and larger than what I've got them. Some more Echinopsis here. My hybrids. You got to put up with all the elements. We got a Puna Bonier grafted on an Echinopsis. Hasn't grown very much though. A few other goodies here. And something that survived over winter, which astonished me, was this aloe. So it made it through the winter. It means I can just keep it out here. The worst that'll happen is it'll get dieback on the tips that you can see there. But what's amazing about aloes is that once the tip dries up and falls off, it'll grow, rejuvenate that little bit missing. Alright, and that is it. If you caught a little glimpse of this, this is a seedling of the, well, it's really prickly, Opuntia rufida. I think it's rufida, the big wheel Opuntia, one that grows to enormous size. And many years ago, well, the funny thing is that these germinate when they want to, so I had a lot that have germinated and are downstairs, much bigger than this one, and some of them germinate even a few years after. You'll see a seedling germinate, and once they do get to about this size, they get a bit easier to look after. Although it looks all stretchy and stuff like that, this is normal for seedlings. They look like that when they are young, and it'll take on its typical form later on. Just out of the blue, it'll the tip of it will start to round and get bigger and bigger, and then it'll change shape. Yeah, that was fun germinating those. And what's even more fun is picking somewhere to keep them when they get bigger, in which case I'll give away a lot and keep one. And this shriveled up guy here is, and you can see inside here that you got other seedlings that have started to germinate almost a whole year later. And this is Opuntia humifusa. They're fine, they just shriveled up a bit. I did give them water yesterday. That was fun to do too. Okay, so that about wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed looking at the flowers for mid-February, which feels like it's warming up like spring. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye bye.